everyone, this is your girl Lola AJ. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do subscribe to this channel and click the like button below. So today I'll be sharing with you tips on how I was able to save myself some money on baby products while I was pregnant. Yes, I was able to do that. Do you want to know? You need to finish this video. We all can agree that babies are a precious gift from God. And as a parent or expecting mom, you want to buy the most expensive thing, you want to buy the best item for your baby. I understand that. I am like that too, yes. I want Davis to have everything. I want Davis to have this. I like that one. I must have it for my baby. But then you really need to think about the future of the baby. What happens after 3 months? Because with babies, you will continue buying and buying. You never stop buying. You will continue buying. So I believe you need to plan towards every stage of their life. And that is why planning is my number one tip. I plan myself and I'm advising you to plan yourself. Planning is very, very essential in everything you do. Be it in business or in a project, you need to plan yourself. So in this aspect as well, you really need to plan yourself. And how do you do that? You can start planning yourself. Try to determine if you'll be breastfeeding or you'll be formula feeding. If you're breastfeeding, then there are some things that you would not need and there are some things that you will need. So you can try to check out your boxes, try to remove the items that you feel like you don't need if you are breastfeeding exclusively. But if you are formula feeding, you do not need to buy items like breastfeeding pump or manual breastfeeding pump or breast pad or some of those items. You need to check them out. So that is why I said you should plan. And as well, if you are planning to have a C-section, you do not need to buy the full after-birth recovery kit. You can save some money in that aspect. But if you're having a vaginal birth, then you'll be buying some items as well. So it depends on what you're planning to do. And that is why I said planning is very important. Also, along the line while you're planning, you can decide to clear out some unused or old items in your home. For instance, in my own case, while I was pregnant, I had to clear out some of my bags and my shoes that I know I haven't used in a while and I would not be using in like 9 to 12 months. So I posted them on Facebook, I posted them on Kijiji, and I was able to make some sales from that. So some money came into my account, which I was happy about, and I also put that money towards buying my baby items. That is a great way to plan yourself and also get some income. So my second option would be for you to go for a liquidation pallet. Yes, a liquidation pallet. And this tip is good for people who own a house with lots of garage space, or you own a locker in your condo, or you own a storage close to your house. You can go for this idea. Try it out with your partner. To me, it is fun. I tried it out and I really liked it. I still have some of this item that I still make sales from it, like once in a month or like 5 times in a month, depending on how the market is. So with this liquidation palette, there are some websites that will give you the opportunity to be able to view what is included in the palette. And then you can decide to go for the ones that include baby items. So if you decide to go for the one that include baby items, after receiving the palette, you can sort out the baby items that you feel like will be useful to you and your baby. Put them aside, keep them at home, and I am very sure that you would also find the ones that you do not like and you don't want to keep. Those are the types that you can post on Facebook, post on Kijiji, post on eBay to make some money back. If you decide to go for liquidation palette, you are most likely to make ×2 of your money back or 3 times of your money back, depending on how market is in your area. But even at all, if you don't make ×2 or ×3 of your money back, then you'll be able to make at least a reasonable profit from the pallet. This pallet usually consists of return goods or shelf pullouts. And this can be from Amazon return or Costco or Home Depot, depending on your location. So there are tons of liquidation websites that you can search through. Try to read reviews of this liquidation website before purchase. And make sure that you're buying from a very good source. so you do not receive garbage pallets. My third option will be for you to DIY some of your baby items like your baby crib bed sheets, your baby pillow, receiving blankets, stroller cover, car seat cover, and so on. There are many things that you can do on your own. I made some of David's crib bed sheets. I visited Fabricland and I picked out my own fabric. I picked out my own pattern, the color that I want, and everything. And I own a sewing machine at home. Sewing machines are not very expensive. You can get the electric one for under $200 for new one, or under $100 for used one. You do not need to have any prior experience to use an electric sewing machine. It is a very great way for you to save yourself some money. So my fourth option would be for you to be very minimal. Do not think about or worry yourself about buying all the baby items at once. Buy them in stages. The most important thing before birth is for you to make sure you buy everything that you will be needing within the first 3 months. And while buying the baby clothes, try to buy in packs, like 5 in a pack, 7 in a pack, and all of that. It will really save you tons of money. And if you're buying like a baby bathtub, try to buy the one that has stages that, especially, in fact, things that would last you for a while, because I know it can be painful for you to buy something for your baby and then after 1 month you have to upgrade. I understand. So try as much as possible to search for items that will last you for a while, at least for every 3 months or every 6 months, depending on the product and stuff like that. Other tips that I have in mind to share with you would be to visit thrift stores if you feel like you cannot afford to buy new baby items. Thrift stores like Once Upon a Child. I have never been there, but I've read good reviews about Once Upon a Child that they do have baby items at a very, very discounted rate. So you can try to visit. I'm very sure that you'll get a very decent price for baby items or clothing. And if you feel like that you are still not satisfied with that, you can visit Facebook Marketplace. With Facebook Marketplace, I would advise that you start like this. Start searching with brand new baby items. There is a probability that you would find someone who is willing to sell the brand new item at a cheaper rate to you. For example, I got my baby infant car seat, the Nuna People Light, on Facebook. Brand new, never opened. It was sealed. I opened the box, and when I met with the seller, I was like, "Oh sir, why are you selling this?" And he was like, "Oh, I bought this for my wife prior to a baby shower, but she received a complete set of upper baby as baby shower gift from a sister, so that is why it was selling off." I was happy because I was able to save some money, and I bought that car seat for $300 from him, which I know it is more expensive buying from a retail store before tax, not to even include the tax. So I was very lucky to get something like that. You can also make use of Facebook like that. Try to search for brand new items at a discounted rate first, and then before you move to used items like new, or you move to open box items like that. There are many people selling liquidation items that has never been used. You can also connect with them on Facebook Market. And even at all, if you still cannot afford any of those things I've mentioned on how to save money, there are some groups on Facebook that you can join that they are all about mommies exchanging baby items that they are not using anymore or giving out free. I gave out David's baby clothes that I used between 0 to 3 months. I gave it out on Facebook Market. I only posted it on Facebook Market, and I saw someone who was interested, and the person requested for it, and I gave it out to her. She was really happy, and I was glad as well that I gave it to someone who needed it, instead of me just keeping it at home and just staying there. So I was really happy that I did that, and I'm very sure there are people like me outside who also gives out things that they are not using anymore. So try to search for free items as well. You should be able to get that, and once you get that one, you don't need to buy them. You'll be able to use them at least for the first 3 months. So like I said before, guys, your focus should be on your health and your baby's health. Please do not put pressure on yourself thinking about how to get your baby item. There are several ways that you can save money. And if you've watched this video to the end, please drop a comment below if you have a different idea on how to save money. It might be helping someone else that you don't know. So drop your comment below and let some other people learn from you as well. Thank you very much for staying with me. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you like this video.